The following program is being brought to you on the Voice America Women's Channel. For more information about our network and to check out additional show hosts and topics of interest, please visit voiceamericawomen.com. The Voice America Talk Radio Network is the worldwide leader in live Internet talk radio. Visit voiceamerica.com. The views and ideas expressed on the following program are strictly those of the host or guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and ideas held by the Voice America Talk Radio Network, its staff, and management.
Welcome to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with Rebecca Hallgrider. In our program each week, we provide the tools, ideas, and encouragement to help you move ahead on your journey, becoming a more powerful and impactful woman in your own life. Now here's your host, Rebecca Hallgrider.
Welcome to the show, everyone. I hope that you're having an amazing week. And I'm so honored that you are joining us today as we lean into how to really thrive in our life, business, and in media. And I can tell you this is a subject I am super passionate about because I feel so many of you are so needed. Actually, the truth is each and every one of you are so needed in the world. And part of my vision for this show, the radio show that we have, the television shows that we have, are to empower and equip you as you go back out into the world, because that helps us make a difference on the global level, heart by heart, life by life. And today, my amazing guest is going to really share how to bring all of these together. Thriving in life, that joy, energy, and passion in your business and in the media. And the media is a way to actually let the world know. This is how I can help you. This is how I can touch the world. Here's how I can make a difference. And I feel like we have a responsibility to let the world know what we do, who we are, how we can help them. So this is a really exciting show to me. And here's another reason why. Our special guest is my executive producer, Robert Ciolino. I'm going to more officially introduce him a little bit later on. But one of the things I so appreciate about Robert and why this is such a special show for me to be able to showcase him and share his brilliance and heart with all of you is because he's the one that actually made Voice America and radio and having this show and stepping into television and all the things that I get to do in the media world possible. He opened up those doors for me. He saw the vision. He mentored me. He empowered me. He equipped me to go out and touch lives in media. And I was really intimidated by technology. I wasn't sure I was supposed to touch the world at that point. I just wanted to touch the hearts that I was supposed to touch. And he could see a bigger vision and really held that for me. And so, Robert, I just want to publicly acknowledge you and thank you for the gift you've been in my life and in so many messengers as you help us touch the world.
You are so welcome. And thank you, Rebecca. I'm honored to receive that, and I received that. Thank you.
You are so welcome. And here's another special behind-the-scenes treat I wanted to share as well. Robert and I were talking about this earlier today, but we got to actually meet for the first time after just over 2 years, almost 3 years of connecting and working together. We got to meet in person this past week down in Southern California at the Speaker Talent Search. So we got to spend almost a week together as we heard other messengers, as we got to sit on that panel, get to know each other in that face-to-face way, as well as hold space for other messengers that are called to touch the world. So it was a real treat, and I can tell you inside and out, Robert's amazing. I know you're going to love his heart, his message, and connecting with him today. And you actually have an opportunity on this show to call in. Send me an email, Rebecca@yourpurpose-driven-practice, if you have a question you would like to bring before him or before me. Or you can call in at 866-613-1612. You'll hear that every break. Again, it's 866 613-1612, because we both have a heart to serve and empower you. That's kind of what makes our hearts sing. So you're going to hear that passion as we share. That's part of our calling and what we do. And I wanted to take this opportunity to be very accessible to all of you. And it's so generous of Robert to free up his schedule and make time to share with us today. And I want to encourage you to lean in to the opportunity to connect with him. And one of the things I wanted to reflect on, I always like us to start in this space of connecting and reflection, is that I believe each of you are wonderfully made on purpose and for a purpose. That there is an urgency to you stepping forward and sharing the amazing gift of who you are. So whether it's in media of some sort, or online and social media of some sort, or it's at events, or it's in your daily walk of life, I want you to be actively on the lookout to be seen. We have to be willing to be seen on the same level we are willing to serve. Too many of us are walking around waiting to be discovered. We have walls of qualifications and certifications and things that we have done. We are so equipped, yet we still doubt. We are so gifted to serve, and yet we still hide. And I want to encourage you to come out of hiding. I want to encourage you to share all your quirks, all those things that make you uniquely you with the world, because you're needed exactly as you are. In your voice, your way, it makes a huge difference in the world when you're willing to really share the gift of who you are and letting people know, this is how I touch the world. This is how I can make a difference in another's life. Be easy to be seen. Let people know. So many of us are looking for something. We're looking for help. We're looking for support. We're looking for connection. And we don't know that it's all around us because we're all kind of hiding and not standing up sometimes and saying, hey, this is what I do. Or I love to connect. I love to support. I love to laugh. I can help you get clarity. Whatever our gifting is, I can support you on your journey. I can cheer you on. I can connect those dots for you. We need people like that in our life, and we need them to let us know this is how I serve. This is how I can touch the world. So I encourage you to lean into that. And if you're not quite sure what it is, the thing that you are called to bring forward, Robert and I are going to be talking about that. So lean into our conversation. You'll learn how to discover that. And we'll share ways you can actually bring it forward. You will hear a bias towards media because we're very, very passionate about media. But know that a lot of these things are transferable in your life, a lot of these concepts. So, and I encourage you to lean in. Feel free to tap into us as we go through our journey together today, and be very present. When we go into those commercial breaks, use those 2 minutes as time for you, not to run off and check more things off the list and get distracted, but stay present and breathe and process what's being shared and listen. Listen to what it is that you need to serve and support you on your journey and what you're going to take forth. It's a way to really up-level this time together and have it translate to action in your life. So really carve out those times all for you. I applaud and celebrate that you are with us today. I'm excited about it, looking forward to this journey and conversation. I know you're absolutely going to love Robert. So excited. And well, absolutely. What I would love us to do is just take a moment to connect in. For those of you who are driving, please stay safe. Both hands on the wheels, no texting and driving, fully present, but just kind of tune inwardly in. Those of you who are able to, I invite you to put one hand on your heart, one hand on your head, bringing all of you in. Both feet on the floor, feeling it support you. The chair, lean back. Take a big belly breath and close your eyes. Breathe out through your mouth like a straw. Let's do that again. Big breath. Expand that belly. Out through the mouth. And this helps us lower our cortisol and become very present. So in this quiet space, I ask you, what is it you need today to empower, encourage, equip you? What is it that will help you thrive in life, business, and we hope media too? What is it that you need today? And I want to lean into all for you so that you can go forth nourished and empowered in life. Go ahead and receive that information. Come back into the room. And I invite you to actually write it down, whatever it is that you need, so you can keep it top of mind and actively be on the lookout for it and claim it. And I claim it for you today. One more big breath. Perfect. Eyes opened, alert. And Robert, did you have something laid upon your heart that you would like to share with our listeners today?
I did. I had a couple things, but the main thing that was laid upon my heart was, or is, inspiration. Everybody needs inspiration. And I've got to say, without going too far into something that's going to be a future subject, that I came back from the speaker talent search highly inspired. So that was quite an amazing experience. And I haven't lost that inspiration since last week. It's amazing.
Yay! I'm so excited. Thank you for sharing.
You are welcome.
We do. We need that inspiration, that hope, that encouragement, that spark to bring forth more of what we're called to bring forth. So I love that. And I think what was laid upon my heart, I frequently have connection because I am so passionate about connecting with each of you and really serving you at a high level. But the other one is really to serve and build things that will make a tangible difference in your heart. So I'm actively, as we have our conversation today, wanting to bring that forward to, so be warned, Robert, I'm going to be digging in and looking for things to connect with all of you to help you build, have the tools, have the resources to serve and impact all of those that are crying out to have you in their life. You are an answer to their prayer. You are what they are looking for and needed. And so I really want to have this time together, serve and support you on that journey. So let's breathe all of that in. Beautiful. And we're getting ready to go to one of those first amazing commercial breaks. So I want to encourage you to continue to sit in this space and receive what's been placed on your heart, and give yourself time to pause and look at what you're wanting to bring forward, what you're wanting to lean into. And feel free to send us an email or call us so that we can serve and support you. We'll look forward to talking to you in just a moment.
Voice America Women. Your passion starts here.
Are you ready for your rush of success? I'm Jim T. Chong, the walk star.
And I'm Cammie Ferry, the theater queen, the host of Rush Hour for Success on Money 105.5 on Thursdays and Fridays at 2 p.m. It's about getting entertained and getting solutions for your success in life and business.
Visit us on Facebook at Money 105.5 FM Rush Hour for Success, or download the Money 105.5 app on your phone for the live stream. That's Thursdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Get entertained,
get educated, and get your rush on
Rush Hour for Success.
Age with Attitude TV is for the woman who does not see her future as a nice little old lady, but rather she sees herself living a bold, juicy, kick-ass second half. Now, if this is the life you want for your second 50, then Age with Attitude TV is for you. You'll find stories to inspire you, plus money and metabolism tips that really work. Check it all out at agewithattitude.tv, presented by Jan Rose Distel. Find us on voiceamerica.tv. And remember, it's never too late to create a life you love.
Rebecca Hallgrider's Speaker Talent Search is looking for people like you. With just one 7-minute audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities. This is a dynamic way to share your message, reach more people, and expand your impact. Apply now at yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent. Finalists get to audition live in front of community leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Don't wait. Find out more. Visit yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
Become our friend on Facebook. Post your thoughts about our shows and network on our timeline. Visit facebook.com/Voice America.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hallgrider. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you took advantage of those 2 minutes, all for you, during our time together. And now we're going to be shifting gears a little bit and really talking to Robert, heart to heart, soul to soul, expert that he is, to really enlighten and share both his heart, his passion, and his expertise in media. I know you're really going to enjoy this conversation. You're going to love Robert, his energy. You heard a little bit of his heart in this opening segment. But I wanted to share a little bit of his bio, and I was actually led to read the whole bio. Typically, I give you highlights. But today, I wanted to read what he wrote because I feel like it gives you such a flavor of who he is. He comes from the world of online marketing, web development, social media, and he has a passion for everything internet with an exclamation point. So this huge passion for internet technology and this huge calling and heart. And I think sometimes we have this myth that those don't go together, and they do in Robert. It's amazing. And when he realized the potential that internet radio has to reach the entire world with people's messages, and he understood how powerful that is, he knew he had to be a part of it. So he has joined, and he's been with Voice America for many years as a senior executive producer. And what his perception or opinion of that is around the hosts and the talent that he works with is every host has their own unique flair. He enjoys working with talented, passionate people, providing the world as their stage, working together as a team to create outstanding, informative, captivating internet radio shows. He is passionate about helping you be seen, heard, served, and shine. He feels fortunate to be an executive producer and do what he truly loves every day. Please warmly welcome the amazing Robert Ciolino to the show. Woo!
Thank you, Rebecca. That's a great introduction. I really appreciate that too. And your enthusiasm behind it as well.
It's very heartfelt and true. Very honored and excited to have you joining us today. And I put together questions that we were led to talk about before the show, but I also want to really open this up that as our conversation leads, if you have additional things to share that are placed upon your spirit and heart, I want to open that up and really have you share from your heart as you feel led during our time together, because I know when and all that you do serves. And so I just want you to have full permission from me to go where you are led.
Thank you. I will. I promise.
Good. But I do want to start off the conversation with a why. Why do you do the work that you do? It's obvious that you love technology, you love the internet, you're passionate and love what you do every day. Do you mind sharing personally what this work does for you and why you want to keep doing it and bringing it to the world?
That is an awesome question. My why is so vast on so many different levels, but I'll pare it down here to I really enjoy working with people. Internet technology and technology is my love of technology loves, but people are my favorite. So I have a chance in this career to work with phenomenal people, inspiring people, and give them everything that I've learned and everything that I know and let them run with it. Give them ownership of it. Give them it without anything needed in return other than to use it. And there's not a lot of other places that I've found, or a lot of other companies that I've ever worked with, that allow you to give, all of yourself and not expect anything other than someone to run with it in return. And I love that part about this. That's really the big part of my why, is just to give to people and really watch them grow. And I get to grow with them. I work with amazing people just like you, and I grow from working with you all of the time. I mean, our conversations, our shows, all the things that we put together and all of the plans that go forward, I get to grow with as well. So I get to do a little bit of growth with every person I work with as well.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. And I wish that upon all of us, that we get to do something that we love, pour into others in the way that we're called. And as we do that and connect authentically and powerfully in how we're made, we can't help but grow, which makes life an exciting journey. So I love that. And I agree. I have grown so much in the walk that we've had together and the journey that we've had together in Voice America and the work that we do. So I'm very, very grateful. So thank you.
Thank you.
So this is something we have talked about on many occasions, and I love how you explain this. Because one of the things, and I alluded to this in our opening conversation, is that we have something to bring forward. Frequently, we can feel this pull, but we don't know how to articulate it. We don't quite know what that thing is. And you have a really powerful and simple way for us to discover what that thing is that we're supposed to be talking about, that we're supposed to be bringing forward. Do you mind sharing about that?
No, not at all. It's interesting because I found this happening to me a lot in my family life, right? And I think that the one real telling place to know what you're truly passionate about, because as you said or stated, that it's a struggle for people to realize that, and sometimes we think we're passionate about many things, but there's always that one conversation or that one subject that you'll be sitting at the dinner table with your family or friends, and the conversation will come to you, and you are to that subject. And it is the subject that comes up every time. I mean, sometimes it comes up so often that people will even roll their eyes or go, oh, this again, or oh my gosh, hang on, here we go again. That's when you know that that's your passion, and that is absolutely what you should pursue.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And listeners, I just want you to think about that for a moment. Think about that last meal gathering that you had that they've heard it before. But you are compelled by something beyond yourself to say it again with passion and fire and conviction and energy. That is the thing to be sharing. That's the thing to be bringing forward. And I remember when you shared that with me the first time, Robert, and I've had the opportunity to share it with many hosts and many individuals that are seeking that very thing. What is it I'm called to bring forward? They have been able to really discover that and step into it. So thank you for sharing that wisdom with us.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm glad it's helping. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Now, we are both biased around media, so I admitted that up front, full disclosure. And just so you guys all know, everything internet and technology-based has not been my passion, as it has been for Robert. My passion has always been people and serving, equipping, and empowering. And Robert recognized before I did that I was really called to this arena to step forward. And he has such a gift for identifying when people are ready to step into television or to step into radio or to step into a global arena. And it may be before you think it's time. So, Robert, do you mind sharing a little bit about how someone can start to explore when it's time? And just so you all know, I love it. I love radio. I love television. I'm so grateful he had that vision and was able to hold that space and help me towards it. And so what do you look for, Robert, or encourage people to look for in themselves to know, is it time? Am I ready?
Most people, when they're ready, or when they're trying to decide when they're ready, they have reached a point in their lives or their career where they've been reaching out and they've been reaching people. Maybe they've been on stage. Maybe you've worked with them. And now I've filled the house. I'm able to bring a lot of people in. But I want to reach more people. When you've reached that point and you're ready to expand your reach globally, and when you reach that point to where you've actually really hit the edge of your social sphere in the arena that you're in, it is time to step into online internet media in many, many forms and really put your message out there to the entire planet. And also I want to say that Rebecca has been a joy to work with, and also she made it easy. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to hear that. I didn't know what it was like on the receiving end of me with all my questions and discovering. And I had to step through some fear, because stepping into a global arena and being on a live broadcast platform was very intimidating to me at first. And the picture that you really held for me and helped me understand and take it step by step made it safe, made it easy. He even helped me open up my microphone box and walked me through the controls to help me on my journey. And so I just want to encourage those of you who are starting to feel that pull and asking those questions to really look for people that can meet you where you're at and walk beside you. It's not a solo journey. We really do need each other as our calling grows and as we are stepping forward to reach more people. And especially if it's into a new platform or media you're not as familiar with, then I would put that on your list of things you're leaning into. I want to learn more. I want to ask people questions. I want to get some advice and direction on this to see if it's time for me to bring that dinner conversation, that thing forward to the world. Beautiful. Now, we are getting ready to step into our next commercial break here. But just before we do that, because we're going to continue this conversation, I have some more things I'm going to ask of Robert, and I know he has some questions for me too. But in this space, Robert, did you have a quick piece of advice that they could be thinking about during this next break?
Really quickly, you have 2 feet. And when you step in with both of them solidly.
Beautiful. I like that. No pause, no hesitation. All in.
All in.
Perfect. So I want you to step firmly into all in our next break to really reflect on what it is that you need as we're exploring these things. There's a reason you were drawn to the show and to this conversation. I really want you to take these next 2 minutes to see what is it you're being called to step with both feet in to move forward and bring to the world. And when we come back, we will continue our amazing conversation, and we'll look forward to talking to you in just a moment.
This is the Voice America Women's Channel, where your success is limitless.
Rebecca Hallgrider's Speaker Talent Search is looking for people like you. With just one 7-minute audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities. This is a dynamic way to share your message, reach more people, and expand your impact. Apply now at yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent. Finalists get to audition live in front of community leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Don't wait. Find out more. Visit yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent.
Age with Attitude TV is for the woman who does not see her future as a nice little old lady, but rather she sees herself living a bold, juicy, kick-ass second half. Now, if this is the life you want for your second 50, then Age with Attitude TV is for you. You'll find stories to inspire you, plus money and metabolism tips that really work. Check it all out at agewithattitude.tv, presented by Jan Rose Distel. Find us on voiceamerica.tv. And remember, it's never too late to create a life you love.
Do you find yourself working tirelessly to keep your business going? Are you finding out that you don't have time for family, friends, any kind of personal life whatsoever? It's time to stop feeling trapped by your business. Tune in to Reclaim Your Freedom with host Shirley Dalton. You'll hear from guests that will help you work on your business instead of constantly in your business and get your life back while the business keeps running and humming. Reclaim Your Freedom airs live every Tuesday at 1 p.m. U.S. Pacific Time on Voice America Business.
Are you ready for your rush of success? I'm Jim T. Chong, the walk star.
And I'm Cammie Ferry, the theater queen, the host of Rush Hour for Success on Money 105.5 on Thursdays and Fridays at 2 p.m. It's about getting entertained and getting solutions for your success in life and business.
Visit us on Facebook at Money 105.5 FM Rush Hour for Success, or download the Money 105.5 app on your phone for the live stream. That's Thursdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Get entertained,
get educated, and get your rush on
Rush Hour for Success.
Tune in for Suzanne Ross and Lighten Up TV, evolutionary wellness for the body, mind, and spirit. Each episode features Suzanne and her amazing guests, including inspirational authors, speakers, wellness experts, and spiritual guides. This series is focused on achieving total well-being so that you can live well and love life. Visit lightenuptv.net to find out more. Lighten Up TV is presented by the Awakening Center, a nonprofit for those seeking a higher way of living and being. Don't miss out on living your best life now. Go to lightenuptv.net today.
Follow us on Twitter at VoiceAmericaTRN. Get the lowdown on guests, new shows, and your favorites. That's VoiceAmericaTRN.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hallgrider. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you took those couple minutes and carved them out just for you and really pondered that question. What is it that I'm going to step forward in both feet? What is something in that dinner conversation that I have that I am willing, because there's a choice there, I'm willing to take action on and step forward in with both feet? And I want to encourage you to keep that top of mind and be looking for opportunities to share that with others. And look for stages to share that with, and platforms and opportunities to echo whatever that thing is out. Letting people know, I'm committing to this. I'm stepping forward both feet in bringing this message, this concept, this vision forward. Beautiful. Now, behind the scenes, Robert and I were talking, and what I didn't let you know is he's going to actually turn the tables here and interview me a little bit. We have some announcements that we're going to make. But before we do that, I wanted to ask him one more question, because I shared Robert has this gift of really seeing people and what they're called to bring forward. I mean, really seeing them and helping them step by step get there. Not a fire hose like everything's thrown to you once, but really I can do that sometimes, step by step to help you get there. And one of the things that he really taught me, and I just wanted to get his comments on this, for those of you who are looking at having your own show of some sort, having your own events, being a speaker, whatever it may be, that you're looking to bring a message or something forward, there's a lot to being successful at what you're doing that you have to do before, during, and after. So as speakers, there's a lot of things that to be successful, the moment you step on stage, you want to do before. And then there are some things you want to do after. So it's actually not just about the main event that people see. There's a lot that you do before, during, and after. And Robert, I didn't know if you had any insight you could share with us as far as a guest, maybe what a guest could do on another stage or platform, and a tip for a host that they can do before, during, and after to really shine and get their message out there powerfully.
Oh, absolutely. How long do we have in the show? Can we extend this an hour, please? An extra hour? I think Matt's running the show today. Matt, we need an extra hour. Okay, so anyway, I'll make it brief. Okay, so for a guest, being a great guest before, during, and after, of course, communicating with your host, whomever's going to be doing the interview in the beginning to get an idea of a solidification of how the show is going to go. Also pre-promoting the show, putting this out there to whatever lists you have, to whatever social media that you have, whatever communication methods that you have to pre-promote the show, because this is your chance. If you're being interviewed by Rebecca or anyone else, that host sees something so interesting in you that they want to bring you to their audience and to the world. And they want you to shine, but they also want everybody to show up. So definitely pre-promote whatever methods you have. And then part of being a really great guest is after the show, making sure that you really push things out again. Just re-promote. So you pre-promote and then re-promote the show, because everything in internet media gets archived and it goes to all kinds of different places. Stitcher, TuneIn, iTunes. Now we're going to Google Play, which is going to say, yes, right? Yay, long time coming. And that'll expand your reach. So if you're not promoting your show or re-promoting your show, where is all of the work that you put into this and just beautiful performance that you've just done, and you've shined so brightly that nobody's here to listen to it? So definitely do that. And really also, if you have a website and you have a media page, or you don't have a media page, make one. But if you do, be sure to put the interview there, because when people come to see you and to decide, are you going to be the one that they're putting on that stage, this is a moment in time where you have really brought yourself forward. And why would you not want them to take a chance to listen to that? Because once they do, and you've got that and the other one doesn't, you're going to be their choice. So that's a little bit of a tip there. And you can probably apply this to also being a host on many levels, not to go too long. I'll turn this back over to Rebecca here.
Yeah, it's absolutely true that pre-promotion, that post-promotion, and then really showing up, being fully present as a guest, and honoring the flow of the show really lets you shine. And one of the things I share with speakers a lot regarding when they're going to be on my stage or other stages, like, let people know, don't be the best kept secret. let people know, hey, this is coming up. I'm on this stage. I'm sharing about this. I'm super excited. Because even if people don't come and listen or see you, which of course we hope they do, they know you're a speaker that speaks, that you're in demand, that you're out there. And we are very much a play-on-demand society. So doing that replay, sharing that, they can't necessarily watch the live event over, but in radio or online types of things, they can then, once the show is produced, listen to it on demand. So those are great visibility opportunities, both for the host as well as for the guest. So thank you for sharing, Robert. I appreciate that.
My pleasure. I echo those as well that you just said. That's very, very true.
And as promised, I'm going to hand the floor. I'm so used to not handing the floor over, so I'm handing it over to you, Robert. Take it away.
This is exciting. I get to introduce Rebecca Hallgrider. She's amazing. I'm sure most of you know that, but the people that don't know her yet, you'll find that she is absolutely amazing. And she is the founder and owner of Your Purpose-Driven Practice, which is how I met her almost 3 years ago. She's also a best-selling author multiple times over, and she is the CEO of RHG Media, which is an amazing force, and it is really starting to take over the world. So this is going to be fun to see where we go with this. And of course, she is the creator of the Speaker Talent Search, which I had the pleasure of being on the panel most recently. And I've got to say, if you're thinking about it, either being a speaker or a panelist, you have to do it. Welcome, Rebecca.
Thank you, Robert. I so appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. Beautiful. And I was smiling as you were saying, a force taking over the world, and I wanted to add for good.
Oh, yes, that's true. For good.
Really wanting to bring transformational programming forward. But thank you so much for the beautiful introduction, and honored to share this space with you today, and looking forward to this part of the conversation.
Me too. And it's interesting too, because so many people, now I work with a lot of people, 30 plus hosts at the moment. And it's interesting because I speak of Rebecca a lot when I'm working with people and give examples. And a question that they have for me, and which I'm going to pose to you, is why is Rebecca so successful? So Rebecca, why are you so successful?
I believe there are a few reasons there. One, I had a foundation built and a community built. So I was able to take these steps with them as part of the journey and really tap into support. One of the things I've really learned on this journey as it stretches me, and you've been on the stretching with me, Robert. You've been on those calls, and I'm going, oh my goodness, what are we doing now? I'm not sure how to do this. And holding the space is it's not about the how. It's really, am I willing to go where I'm called? Am I willing to become what I need to become, learn what I need to learn to go where I'm called to go? And of those things I'm called to bring forward, I say yes. And then I figure out how. I'm not shy about answering questions. I don't claim to have it all together. I have lots of questions, and I find experts to tap into it. And I've learned it's not about perfection, it's about connection. And that I'll say yes, and I will figure out how. And that's what's happened on the radio side. That's what's happened on the television side. And just some of the things I want to share in that is those weren't things that were necessarily on my 5-year plan. And I'm a planner. But I wanted to lean into the areas that were opening up to me. And as I really explored, am I called to reach more people? The answer was yes. Am I called to step forward in radio and touch the world with Voice America? Yes. Then I move forward. No pause at that point. It became a how. And I would tap into experts and ask the questions. What do I need to know? What are the next steps? How do I do this most efficiently and effectively? What about this? I wasn't shy about that. And then I'm really good at action and implementation. So I think those are the things that create success. Is this the thing I'm supposed to move forward in? Yes or no, not how. How comes after. And then leaning in to those people that can support you on the journey.
I love that. I'm so glad that you said that, because a lot of people get stuck, stepping with both feet, right? And trusting that it's time. And when you do firmly, but if you find yourself asking, oh my gosh, how am I ever going to do this? Why should I do this over and over again? If you step in and you solidly step in, the how and why take care of themselves, because if you're wondering and waiting for the why or the how, you're never stepping in. So that's great.
Right. Thank you. And we are getting ready to go to our next commercial break. So I'm going to give you another activity to do during this break. And then when we come back, we will finish up our conversation. And then we also have some free gifts that we want to make available to you. So I really encourage you to take this time. We've already talked about during the first break, really looking at what are you going to step forward with both feet in. So I want you to really sit in the question, am I a yes? Not how, not when, not someday, but am I a yes? Am I willing? And then when we come back, we'll share some great wisdom and tips to support you. We'll look forward to talking to you in just a moment.
The Voice America Women's Channel.
Are you ready for your rush of success? I'm Jim T. Chong, the walk star.
And I'm Cami Ferry, the theater queen, the host of Rush Hour for Success on Money 105.5 on Thursdays and Fridays at 2 p.m. It's about getting entertained and getting solutions for your success in life and business.
Visit us on Facebook at Money 105.5 FM Rush Hour for Success, or download the Money 105.5 app on your phone for the live stream. That's Thursdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Get entertained,
get educated, and get your rush on
Rush Hour for Success.
The Ugly Awkward Dance Show is designed to help you move through those ugly, awkward, and uncomfortable life experiences. You know what we're talking about. Did you know that each challenge brings a gift? Once you've figured that out, even the toughest challenge almost becomes fun. Each program includes engaging guests who talk about what they've overcome, as well as a mindful movement exercise to help you move through your emotional blocks. Yes, there will be awkward dancing too. Visit theuglyawkwarddanceshow.com.
Rebecca Hallgrider's Speaker Talent Search is looking for people like you. With just one 7-minute audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities. This is a dynamic way to share your message, reach more people, and expand your impact. Apply now at yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent. Finalists get to audition live in front of community leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Don't wait. Find out more. Visit yourpurposedrivenpractice.net/speaker-talent.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation. The Voice America Women's Channel.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hallgrider. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
We are back, and thank you so much for rejoining us after that brief commercial break. We've been speaking with Rebecca Hallgrider, the amazing Rebecca Hallgrider, and I am and we've been talking about all kinds of wonderful things. And one of the things that that came up sort of behind the scenes, if you will, is that when you step in with both feet and you've made that commitment, there can be a bit of fear that comes along with that. And I know Rebecca has some phenomenal advice and some experience behind this. So I'm going to turn this over to Rebecca for her thoughts.
Great. Thank you, Robert. Fear is actually one of my favorite subjects, and I hope that's not weird out there, but I think it's because it's been something I've struggled with most of my life. I came from a very disempowered childhood environment where it was not safe, and got programmed, in a sense, on an early age to be fearful. And there were very real dangers in my environment. And what I discovered as I started to go out into the world and I went on a healing journey is that I wasn't really in danger anymore, but my body would still react like that for things that would be maybe not that scary for most people, were terrifying to me. So I became very experienced in not getting stuck by fear, but navigating through it. And the things that I'm doing today, the stages that I get to be on, I love all of them. But they were all things that were scary to me, that I was afraid of because I had never done them before. And so it was going somewhere I hadn't been before. And that's where we can have a lot of these things get triggered. Emotions and fears. We can sabotage ourselves. We can let negative self-talk kick in. We can let other people pour their fears on us. Here's how we stop that cycle. Here's how we step forward. We lean in. Instead of pulling away when we feel that emotion, we lean in and take a closer look. Actually see, why am I afraid? What's going on there? Is there real danger? How can I help myself be safe in this space so I can do what I'm called to do and go where I want to go? And as I've done that, I found that what I'm really afraid of isn't really as big as I thought it was. It's not as powerful as I want. It's an emotion. I can breathe through it in about 90 seconds and move forward. And not let the fear be the thing that stops me, but the thing that actually helps me take a closer look and be a wise steward of myself and my gifts as I navigate through. I call it kind of dancing and moving with fear. So don't let fear stop you. It's an emotion. It's okay to feel it. And then really lean into what matters to you most. And just as a quick little tip, one of the things that was terrifying to me was to get on stage. And so what I would do is I'd feel like I had to, and a victim and forced and uncomfortable and sweating and shaking and just losing my words. I would actually eye the exit strategy off the stage. And I gave myself full permission to walk off at any moment. In that moment, I became empowered. I knew I could walk off at any time, and I haven't to this date. But it gave me the courage to share the next thing, to take the next step. And every time I got braver and more courageous, and I love being on stage now. So I just want to encourage you to not let fear be the thing that stops you, but to actually lean into it and navigate through.
That is excellent. I loved when you shared that at the Speaker Talent Search as well, because that really got a lot of people leaning in and understanding that it's not that you're trapped and that you're there as a conscious choice. So thank you for sharing that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And now we have all kinds of phenomenal new things to share, don't we?
We do. We have announcements. So do you want me to run with it, or?
I think I'm going to, yes, absolutely. You run with the announcements. I think that they're phenomenal, though, so I'll just be right here.
Okay, I'm so excited. So one of the reasons Robert and I wanted to do a show in May is this actually marks the passing, in a sense, of our second year together. And now we're stepping into our third with Voice America and all of you. So I'm super excited to be stepping into the third year on Voice America as part of Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with all of you. So thank you for being on the journey, for being part of the work that we do. And we are excited to keep moving these powerful messages and bringing messengers forward to serve all of you as we keep shining and we keep moving forward. Woo!
Woohoo! Congratulations. It's been a wonderful, going on 3 years, and it's an amazing 2 years on the network, but also you've stepped in some phenomenal roles. I'll speak a little bit here, and that is that you are now the network director of our women's channel, which is a phenomenal thing that you're doing. And also, I'll let you talk a little bit about television and what's coming up in that.
Sure. I'm very honored to be the network director on the Women's Channel, both radio and television, to really bring messages forward and hosts that are called to step into that place to serve women around the world. So it's such an honor. So any of you that feel that calling, that want to have a conversation, please reach out to me. We are looking to touch the world powerfully for women and men around the world. And then secondly, on the television side, I have so many things around that I'm very excited about. So just to be efficient with time, our television channel, empoweredconnectionstv.com, was recently rated number 1 of all 23 channels on Voice America. It is the most watched and viewed of all of them. I'm so honored and so excited to have that transformational programming serve the world so powerfully. I want to thank all of you who have been leaning in, being served by that programming, and we want to stay in that place of serving at a really high level. So I'm very excited to announce that. And then to take it to the next level, in January of 2017, we're actually going to be launching an entire television network to serve empowered connections around the world. So please stay tuned, leaned into that as we look for those people that have shows birthing within them and channels birthing within them that are really called to touch the world through TV, through radio. We really want to make those platforms accessible because your voices are needed.
Congratulations on all of those.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's been such a pleasure working with you to date and to continue to work with you forever. I'll just say it.
I love it. Yes. And I know we are getting so close on time here. I've just really enjoyed our conversation today, Robert, and the time. And so I'm going to briefly summarize our gifts that we've made available and let you know where to access them. You'll find them on radiogifts.net. Again, that's radio gifts, plural. There's multiple gifts.net, a net of gifts. And you're going to find a couple things there to support you. One, you'll find some resources from me that are free ebooks and an opportunity for a conversation. I encourage you to lean into those. Then if you scroll down to today's date, which is May 24th, you're going to see Robert is actually making himself available to have a connection and a conversation with you. And you'll find how to access him on that free gift page. So you'll want to go to radiogifts.net, input your name and email address so we can stay in touch, and then really click on those gifts and resources that will support you on your journey. I encourage you to tap into connecting with Robert. He's an amazing resource. And as we bring our show to a close today, I want you to remember you are beautifully and wonderfully made, absolutely needed in this world, on purpose, for such a time as this. And I want you to be willing to say yes to sharing the gift of you with the world. And my heart's desire is that wherever you go, whatever you do, may you always, always, always bloom where you're planted and shine. I look forward to talking to you next week.
Thank you for joining us this week for Empowering Women, Transforming Lives. Please tune in again for another edition with your host, Rebecca Hallgrider, next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific on the Voice America Women's Channel. And join us for a replay of the show every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific on the Voice America Empowerment Channel. Have a beautiful week, and may you always bloom where you're planted and shine.